What is up, guys? It's your boy Asgard94, and welcome back to episode 2 of the series called Nostalgic Video Games That Devoured My Childhood. In today's video, we are going to discuss one of my all-time favorite video games, Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc. If I was to describe this game with one word, it would have to be chaos. This was my first entry into the Rayman universe, so I probably didn't get as surprised as people who came from Rayman 2, or maybe even 1 did, from the light-hearted, rescue the lumps from the cages, jump around and play with fairies, to in this game just straight up beating the shit out of armies of these hoodlum creatures that try to shoot you with guns, and the kapow when you brutally murder them with your fists. Uh, just imagine how cozy and relaxing the Fairy Council and its music is. There's beautiful atmosphere and nice backdrops and ambiance, only for that to be completely shattered by the attack from the black hoodlum known as Andre. Suddenly the music picks up and we are chasing a villain from a magical castle-like structure, while this green fly called Murphy cracks jokes and breaks the fourth wall by literally reading the story we are playing through the game manual. Also, see you in Rayman 4 is probably the biggest lie I've ever been told in my entire life. My heart is broken and my dreams are shattered and I am not okay, man. But I think this is testament to how good this game really is at keeping the pace from level to level, and the variety is amazing. From lush green forests to stinky swampy vapors and later on lava-filled hellscapes filled with brain-eating invulnerable monsters to then later on be calmed again by literal heaven. Yeah, you know what? I think Rayman at some point just goes to heaven through a mirror and frees angels that's trapped in wooden cages by the hoodlums. And how in the hell did the hoodlums get up here in the first place? I feel like they would not end up in heaven. They would end up somewhere a bit more fiery and demonic, you know? But the point I'm making is this game has a ton of variety and an amazing soundtrack. So with this chaotic opening out of the way, let's get into the game's story. We start our adventure relaxing in the forest with our best friend Glowbox the Toad. At least I think it's a toad. It's a bit hard to tell sometimes with how these creatures look. When all of a sudden Murphy the Fly, or otherwise known as Rayman's guide, crashes into Glowbox, telling him to run. Glowbox takes one look into the dark and sees two glowing pair red of eyes, accompanied by a shotgun-wielding hillbilly Sackman. And he rushes off and takes Rayman's hands with him. Why the hell he decided to rip Rayman's hands off, I don't know, but he's Glowbox, you know, he likes plum juice and rock and roll, I guess. Murphy grabs Rayman by the hair and flies away, dodging shots from the hoodlums in the process. After some near-death experiences, Rayman and Murphy find themselves in a safe place and begins to form a plan. Luckily, Murphy has hands on what I would argue is probably the most OP thing in any video game ever, the actual video game manual itself. So he pulls a fourth wall move and just takes the manual to the game and starts reading the story of the game, and figures out that in order for Rayman to have a chance against the hoodlums, Rayman need to get his hands back, because they are the source of Rayman's power. After some brief wandering, abusing the local tortoise and larva population, and breaking a lot of garden gnomes, Duo finds a strange barrel, shaking in fear. The voice inside sounds like Glowbox, so Rayman traps the barrel and breaks it open to free Glowbox and get his hands back.
Woo! Hey! Rayman!
Say, got room for a third?
The reunion is cut short, however, at the arrival of Andre, the hoodlum leader, who plans to invade the Fairy Council and reach the heart of the world.
Listen up, Pipsqueak. Soon I'll transform the energy from the heart into an army of hoodlums. Then I'll deal with you.
Rayman chases after him into the council.
Don't let him escape.
Is that you, Mary Lou?
Ah, beat it. The heart of the world. It's this way.
Oh my god! It's an unspeakable atrocity! Andre is gonna reach the heart! It's the end of the world as we know it!
And after a lengthy chase, Andre tries to ambush Glowbox, but ends up getting swallowed by him instead. The trio of friends approaches the council to ask for guidance as to what to do next. However, upon reaching the throne room, Glowbox gets lifted up into the air and crushes Murphy. The council says that Andre is not in fact dead, but trapped inside Glowbox's stomach, and as long as he is alive, the hoodlums will continue to multiply and eventually take over the world. So their next course of action should be to locate a doctor in Clearleaf Forest to get Andre out of Glowbox. After a sick level transition, Rayman and Glowbox make it to Clearleaf Forest, where they then begin their journey to the Doctor. The duo make it pretty far until they reach an open arena with a bunch of Bigfoot posters scattered around. But it's not Bigfoot they find in the arena, but rather the first boss of the game, the Hood Stomper.
Look who's coming to dinner.
A little guy attached to what I would imagine is some sort of device designed to stomp on their enemies, hence the name. Rayman dodges his crushing features and defeats the hoodlum. Then he takes the Hood Stomper for a spin and goes on a massive rampage, killing a bunch of people. Once that is done, the path to the Doctor is clear and Rayman and Glowbox begin making their way in there. However, upon reaching the Doctor, it is quickly deduced that he cannot remove Andre, as every time he tries, Andre moves to a different part of Glowbox's body, so they need to find a different specialist for a different part of Glowbox's body. So the duo needs to locate a different Doctor to get Andre out. And this is going to be the loop for a couple of the levels. You make it to the Doctor, Andre moves to a different part of their body, and then we need to find a different Doctor. And so it just keeps going. At some point, Rayman finds himself in the middle of the desert of the Canaran. Around him are bleached bones, magma beds, and acid lakes. But what is truly dangerous is what lurks below. The invincible race of creatures known only as the Canaran.
Hey, listen closely, Big Nose. Do not let the Canaran get near you. You understand? Never. If they get their claws on you, you're dead. Well, it was a nice knowing ya.
For once, Rayman can't fight his way out of a problem, but is instead forced to run for his life while trying to find Glowbox, who, of course, has been captured by the Canaran. After several horrifying levels, Rayman finds himself trapped and gets confronted by Reflux, the Canaran champion, who challenges Rayman to fight to the death in the arena.
Rayman, over here!
Silence!
Rayman, you! That's my friend out there.
I said silence!
Get him, Rayman! Make him eat his hood!
Would you shut up, you stupid toad? Now, Reflux is my champion, and no Canaran has ever defeated him! Do you really believe that a limbless little runt has a chance against him? No, but really, I'm sure your friend will shine in the arena when Reflex is burning his corpse! Let the combat begin!
Two engage in a battle of epic proportions as Rayman tries to avoid Reflux's spells and the ceiling itself falling on them. After a hard-fought battle, Rayman is victorious.
Rayman! Rayman!
No. Shut your taco!
Do that again, olive head, and I'll skewer you on that toothpick of yours!
Which I find weird, considering the Canaran are invisible. Or not invisible, but invulnerable. And yet somehow, the strongest of them is the only one who can get hurt. But I assume it has something to do with the staff, like you exchange your invulnerability for more power. Either way, the king of the Canaran people recognizes Rayman's prowess and rewards him with an incredible power.
Man, you fought heroically in the arena, even though it kills me to have to say it. Reflux has never known the taste of defeat. Shut up, you idiot. I'm the king. As a reward, you shall receive the power of Leptus. Oh, Leptus. Oh, father of the Canaran people. Give to this mighty, mighty warrior the greatest of power!
The power to turn black lumps into red lumps. Now, if only they could get Andre out of Glowbox, they could end this threat once and for all. Upon reaching the doctor in the Canarian Desert, they finally manage to get Andre out of Glowbox, but he manages to get away. While our heroes think on what to do next, Andre finds Reflux, who is lusting for revenge after his defeat at the hands of Rayman.
Nothing is lost, my brothers. Hear me. I know someone who can help us. Follow me. Reflux! I know that you dream of getting revenge against Rayman, and I need energy to multiply. Steal the scepter from your king, and I will serve you Rayman's head on a platter.
The two plot to steal the scepter from the Canarian King to use the power of Leptis, the Canarian god, to boost Andre's power to multiply and flood the world with hoodlums. Not long after, our heroes are informed of this as well, and begins chasing after Andre and Reflux to stop them before it is too late. Their chase takes them to the hoodlum factory, where hoodlums are being mass-produced, as well as weapons and armor for different kinds of hoodlums. Hoodlums with armor, hoodlums with different weapons. Rayman tracks down a device known only as the Terrible Machine, which is at the heart of the operation. Destroying it would mean halting the hoodlum production, which would make it much more manageable for Rayman to stop them. Rayman proceeds to destroy it. However, upon doing so, Andre sets the entire factory to explode. Rayman races to the top to avoid the blast, but ends up getting sent away anyway. All the way to the Tower of Leptis. The one place where Reflux and Andre waiting at the top, channeling the power of Leptis.
By the power of the ancestral scepter, I invoke thee, Olympus, bringer of night and father of the Canarian people. Approach and give me your power.
After a hard-fought battle with the remaining hoodlums, Rayman manages to finally reach the top and confront both Andre and Reflux.
I told you I'd serve you Rayman on a platter. Bon appetit!
Who has become one, and with the power of the scepter, Reflux is now much more powerful than before. He has force fields that prevents him from getting hit by Rayman's attacks, so Rayman needs to use two different power-ups to first weaken the shield, and then pick up another power-up to actually damage him. After a brief confrontation, Reflux stabs himself with the scepter, taking the power within himself, and grows to a monstrous size. Takes all of Rayman's skill and speed to avoid this behemoth, but eventually he makes Reflux roar in pain. which somehow makes him levitate off the ground. I don't know either. After a tense platforming session, Rayman makes it to the top and finds a rocket power-up and blasts the scepter within Reflux. Thinking this is the end, Rayman begins to celebrate, but Reflux is just getting started. Growing his own set of wings, Reflux flies off towards the heart of the world. This is where their final battle will take place. Globox picks Rayman up with his airship, and they fly to the heart to confront Reflux. Upon arrival, the duo are greeted by a monster unlike any other, who smacks them around and tries to destroy the ship with energy blasts. Rayman manages to get a shot at his scepter by breaking his barrier, temporarily stunning Reflux, but Andre summons hoodlums to heal him, so Rayman must destroy them before Reflux reawakens. This goes back and forth until finally, Reflux is overwhelmed and freezes and shatters into pieces, leaving Andre behind to fight on his own.
No! Don't touch me! No! No! Globox! Help me! I'm scared! No!
Rayman uses his lum power and ends the hoodlum havoc once and for all by transforming Andre back into a red lum. After all this, the heroes land in the same spot their adventure began and take a much needed rest. It's finally over.
Hey, we're back where we started. Looks like we get a full night's sleep after all. Hey, what's the matter, Glowbox?
It's Andy. I miss him.
You know, he's happier now. Look at the red lums. How happy they seem.
I don't care. I want my Andy.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea. Besides, I wouldn't know how to do it.
You have to scare a red lum.
I hate to imagine what could possibly scare a lum.
Or is it?
I think it's hinted at in the end cutscene that Rayman's hands manages to scare a red lum and that red lum happens to be Andre. I think that is an attempt at a cliffhanger, if there ever was potentially supposed to be a Rayman 4. like Rayman for the Revenge of Andre or something, but as we know, it's not gotten there yet, and it's been God knows how many years since Rayman 3 came out. Now that we are done with the story, I'm going to talk about my overall thoughts on the game and give it a rating overall. Overall, the sheer atmosphere and music make this game already a 9 out of 10 for me, and when you mix in the fun and engaging gameplay with interesting bosses, you got a pretty good recipe for a game. I think it's pretty common sense at this point that the ratings I give these games are completely pointless and I just do it as a joke. The thing I love the most about this game is visiting all the interesting locales and fighting the bosses and bizarre enemies, seeing the weird wildlife and awe-inspiring backdrops. It's not a very difficult game, but then again, not every game has to be difficult. This is a game I would describe as a chill, relaxing, fun beat-em-up with an amazing soundtrack to back it up. I've replayed this game 100 times at least, maybe even more, and I would strongly recommend anyone to pick it up, whether it's through the Ubisoft store or somewhere else. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a bit longer than I envisioned it to be, but I think I covered this game nicely. With that being said, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, comment down below what you think as well as your experiences with Rayman, and if you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button to support my channel. I'll see you guys with a new video in a few weeks. Bye bye!